The significance of engaging in technological development in Nigeria is paramount as the world tilts towards a more artificial intelligence-based and digitalized economy when delivering tasks. This drive for sensitization on technological development formed the topic for lecture at Delta State Polytechnic, Otefe-Oghara, during the day 2 of the institution's second convocation ceremony. The 3-day event had kicked off on Thursday, 29th May 2025, with a luncheon and entertainment performance, and day 2, Friday, 30th May 2025, saw the delivery of a lecture by Prof Chux Iwu, Entrepreneurship in Higher Education, Faculty of Economics and Management Sciences, University of Western Cape, South Africa, who delivered a resounding lecture on the topic taking Nigeria to the world and the world to Nigeria through technology and innovation education in the era of digitalization and artificial intelligence. The lecture was well attended by top dignitaries, some of whom include Honorable Chux Iwu, Chairman, House Committee on Education, Delta State House of Assembly, Delta State Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Rero Tonokari, Chairman, Governing Council of Otefe Polytechnic, Chief Barrister Andrew Orugbo, the OVA of Oghara Kingdom, ably represented by Chief Vincent Igo Atuma, former member of House of Representatives in Etio Federal Constituency, Honorable Chief Ben Roland Ibakwa, Executive Assistant to the Delta State Governor on Peace and Conflict Resolution, Chief Duncan Ewere, Vice Chancellor, University of Delta State, Agbo, Professor Stella Shiamaka, Comrade Igo Yotaloki, and more.
So a proposition here is that we need to create those opportunities for Nigerians living abroad to come home to use their knowledge, their connections and money for the greater good. And that is only possible when the environment is safe, when the right technologies are present. But developing such structured programs to facilitate knowledge transfer, mentorship and investment from Nigerians abroad can significantly contribute to national development. I believe that addressing these gaps will strengthen the foundation for Nigeria's technological and educational advancement. Ladies and gentlemen, the rector, in my closing, I'd like to indicate that Nigeria is at a pivotal juncture. Our youth and diaspora have the potential to elevate our nation onto the global scene by adopting innovation and technology in schooling. So let us envision a Nigeria where exceptional education is accessible to all pupils, innovation is fostered, and the nation is renowned for its technological expertise. Graduates, the world needs your ideas, your passion, your unique Nigerian voice. Nigeria needs you, not tomorrow, not someday, but right now.
Upon the lecture, guests present gave their goodwill messages, thanking the institution and the rector, Professor Emmanuel Ofofobiri, for taking the institution higher and also appreciating the guest lecturer.
If you have a child who is of university age now, 8 out of 10 of them, if you ask them what they want to study, to be IT based. So this topic today is very apt, and I feel privileged to be part of those who sat there to listen to our brother, who is an export of this country to the world. I'm very happy to be here. Whatever support this Polytechnic requires of us as a government, particularly as a committee, as Committee on Education, I assure you that we will give you our time. Thank you. First of all, I bring you all greetings from the Governor of Delta State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Obolebolu. Our governor is a man that loves education. Once again, I want to congratulate Delta State Polytechnic Otefe-Oghara for this second convocation ceremony. It's a milestone because the last one was held a very long time ago. It's a milestone. I want to wish that this will continue annually to hold their convocation just like what is intended for the Polytechnic. Thank you very much and God bless.
This is a great moment for the Polytechnic. over 5 years ago, when I assumed my position as chairman of council, one item that I met on the agenda was combined second convocation. So that means for the past 5 years and more, it has remained there. I think it will leave there after tomorrow. It will leave our agenda after tomorrow. And the rector has said that after this round of ceremonies, convocation will become an annual event. Of course, everything rector wants to do in this school, I've approved ahead for him.
I must tell you, there have been rectors, but Professor Biri stand out among all of them. We are always asking questions as to what is happening in the school. There was a time the story was very small. Today, I understand that all the 31 courses have been fully accredited and new ones are coming. When I entered the premises, I was beginning to say, I was counting the high-rise buildings. They are getting more. And I understand there's a new one there. I saw the name of the governor. That you started and you have completed. I want to congratulate you.
I want to really thank you for coming home and to share your knowledge. All other protocols duly observed. On behalf of University of Delta, Council, the management, staff and students, I bring you great greetings and I congratulate you on this second combined convocation ceremony in the institution. I want to join others to say, Professor Biri, you have done well. Breaking that chains for the convocation, we give God all the glory.
In his address, Professor Biri, the rector, highlighted the importance of the lecture and also buttressed on the significance of digitalization in the current Nigerian system.
Now, may I also thank once more, sir, the convocation lecture. Thank you. I have always told staff that it is better to be a professor or a chief lecturer or a lecturer from Nigeria than to be a Nigerian lecturer. When you are a Nigerian lecturer, you are localized. And it's manifest. Gradually, in the past few years, we sponsor staff to Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, UK, Canada, and this year by the grace of God to South Africa. I've always encouraged our lecturers that are here and staff to go outside this country, export. There's benefit in it. Nothing good being localized. We will try as much as possible to continue with this culture. I thank my good friend, all the way from Harvard, all the way from New Hampshire, all the way from Maine, and later on Cape Town. We will continue to collaborate like this. Having said this, thank you. I therefore rely on the statute that establishes this Polytechnic to declare this congregation constituted for the purpose of the convocation lecture of the second combined convocation closed. Thank you.
Speaking to newsmen after the event, guest lecturer Professor Javis expatiated on the significance of the topic.
Look, the common theme today, as you would know, is that every progressive nation would invest in the proper infrastructure. I do not think that at the moment we have sufficient infrastructure. I'm only trying to be politically correct, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, if we don't have sufficient electricity, superb, dependable power supply, then where are we going with they talk about digitization. It's got to be supported by the right kinds of infrastructure.
Okay, sir. Another is, what structural reforms are needed in Nigeria's education system to drive global competitiveness in AI and digital innovations?
All right, look, as I indicated during my lecture, you must have heard me talk about the essence of us academics asking ourselves the right kinds of questions. Are we really equipped to teach? You know, an entrepreneurship lecturer or a professor may not have gone to the bank to seek a loan. Because to go seek a loan for business, you've got to be able to write a business proposal. Many of us who teach these things do not even have the practical exposure to what we teach. So until we start to rethink our educational policies and begin to really question our capacities, and then talk about the tools with which we teach these particular, subjects. For instance, you talk to a student about the British Airways when the student has never flown an aircraft. Can't we start developing local case studies that identify with what we do? And with those case studies, we can use them to teach. And by the way, just having an academic stand in front of students does not really cut it these days. You've got to have a large network of practitioners to come to the classroom and talk to students. So if you are talking about, digitization, go out there, find those who are in the practice, bring them to the university or to colleges to speak to students directly. So that's the kind of reform we should be talking about.
My name is Rero Henry, and this is Rero TV. Thank you for watching.